Hi, it's David Watkins at Turf Nerd Lawn Care in Dayton, Ohio. Just want to give you a tip for mowing your lawn the first time in spring. I want to emphasize that I'm in Dayton, Ohio, and the this tip is really for my clients, the clients of Turf Nerd Lawn Care. However, anybody here in the Ohio region, maybe in Northern Kentucky, Indiana, Michigan, not Michigan, even Pennsylvania, but not Michigan, could benefit from this tip. And that is, it's March 24th, and I mowed the lawn today for the first time. It was the first cut of the spring. Today's high was somewhere in the 50s. Over the next 5 days, the high is going to be in the 40s, lows in upper 20s and low 30s. But the reason I made my first cut while the grass is still dormant is to take off some of the just old winter growth and smooth the lawn out a little bit. But primarily I made my first cut shorter than what I maintain it. I maintain the lawn at 3.5 inches, and I encourage all my clients to do that as well. But so the lawn was put to bed in the winter for the final cut of the year was at 3.5 inches, and I just cut it while it's still dormant at 3 inches. The reason I do that is if I'm going to maintain it at 3.5 inches, but I make my first cut at 3 inches, and then all cuts thereafter at 3.5. Let me say it this way. You know how when the lawn's growing, and the lawn's nice and green, and you mow the lawn and you lose about 4 shades of green, and so it goes from a nice dark lush green look to a lime green right after your first cut. But then within a few days, as those leaves grow back out, it gets darker again, right? So what I'm going to do is make this first cut at about 3 inches. I'm going to maintain it at 3.5. So when I cut it down to 3.5 inches, I'm not going to cut it back down to the lower portion of the grass blades where I'm going to see a little bit less color. It's going to be a lighter green. So I'm going to cut it down where it is a little bit, I'm going to leave a lot more leaf blade on the grass. So let me just go outside real quick. I started out inside because it was pretty, that was close. It was pretty breezy first time I tried this. And oh shoot, sorry. There we go. Can you hear me? All right. Well, there's the wind. There's Turf Nerd Lawn Care's World Headquarters sign. I don't know if anybody's seen any of my other videos. This area right here is Kentucky bluegrass. That down there is turf type tall fescue and Kentucky bluegrass. This is 100% turf type tall fescue. On the other side of the sign, that is a hybrid bluegrass turf type tall fescue. It's 90% turf type tall fescue, 10% hybrid bluegrass. I'm going to get out of the wind, and there's cars coming, so we're going to have traffic noise. Just go back inside real quick so we can chat. And all right, there we go. So again, the reason I did that was to get that old winter growth off, to set that first cut lower than what my maintenance cut is going to be, and that way my lawn is going to remain greener right after cuts. Actually, the lawn's going to be greener anyway because I'm the turf nerd. So we'll take some videos once everything actually does green up, and I'll show you some pictures also. But anyway, I strongly suggest all of my clients and anybody in Ohio that cares about their lawns make this first cut right now, anytime within the next 7 days or so. I take that back. I forgot don't cut it when it's 28 degrees. So you want to make that first cut. You don't want the lawn to be frozen. You don't want any frost on the grass or anything like that. But if you get a chance to get out and mow the lawn while it's with no frost, cut it down to about a 1/2 inch below where you intend to maintain it for the year, and you will see the lawn green up faster, but you will also maintain it green between cuts. So right after a cut, it's not going to yellow out as much for you. So, all right, video's already longer than I thought it would be, and I'm going to sign off and talk to you next time.